Hi, today I'm going to show you how we can use OneNote to mark homework on Office 365. Now the first thing to say about this is it's got loads and loads of benefits. So for example, this year my car broke down for a week, and rather than having to lug all their books home and back, which would have been an absolute nightmare, it just allowed me to mark the homework from my laptop at home, so I didn't need to move books around. The other benefit was that I've been to a couple of conferences this year on the train, and rather than having that as sort of wasted time, I was able to mark their homework whilst on the train using my phone as an internet connection. So again, I was really making the best use of that out of that time to do something productive. Several ways that we can do this. You can have a OneNote per project, so I could add in a OneNote every time I give them a different bit of project homework and keep it orderly that way. I could, with some of my classes, I give them a OneNote each and I share that with them, and then they add all their work to that OneNote, and then I just know that it's all their work in there. Or another option is to have OneNote per class, so this is just a OneNote for the entire class, and I would use these sort of main chapter headings as the name for the homework. So this is just demo, so the homework's demo, but I would just keep adding in chapters every time I had a new bit of homework, and then these sort of sub-chapter, sub-headings I'd use for the student names. So you'll see this is student 1 homework, and they've put their homework in there, and then I'd just have student 2 homework, student 3 homework, student 4 homework, etc., going all the way down. The brilliant thing about OneNote is, rather than me get their work in and sort of get a red biro or a green biro or whatever and mark on it and scribble all over it, I can now add this without affecting anything they've done. So I just need to click with either my mouse, or if I've got touchscreen with touch, wherever I want to make the comment, and I might say check your spelling here, and that might be my comment for that bit. And I could then go to the next bit and again click and just say great idea. This means that rather than sort of mark their homework right at the end of a bit of work, I can keep this going because the OneNote document will stay live, so every time they add a new bit I could be marking it as it's going along, rather than getting to that sort of dreaded hand-in date where you get 30 bits of work that are going to take you 2 hours to mark each. So that's one benefit of this, and as I say, the other benefit is that I'm not writing over their work. One of the brilliant things about this, just in case it does get a bit confusing, is I can choose the text colour. So there are options here to highlight, and I can also, under home, make sure that I'm using a different colour to the student. So if, for example, there's 2 teachers working on a bit of work with them, or if they're working in groups, they can each colour the bits that they're doing by themselves, and I'll know whose work I'm marking. And that is how we can use OneNote to really effectively mark homework in Office 365.